Hey guys, Prangell Gaming here, and welcome back to the Millwall Career Mode. It's now Season 2, Episode 18, and obviously we have 3 games in this episode. The first one being at home to Crystal Palace. They are first in the league table, the other team that's currently getting promoted alongside us. They're officially 4 points ahead of us, so this game could be potentially so huge, and obviously it is a derby game. You don't want to lose your derby games. We then go from 1st to 24th as we have to play away from home to Southend. That is again a derby game. I don't want to lose to Southend, and it would look quite embarrassing to lose to the team that are bottom of the league. But again, it could be a very interesting game. And then the final game of the episode is actually at home to Derby. They are 15th in the league table. So hopefully we can finish the episode off on a high, because I think it will go kind of pear-shaped at the beginning of the episode, considering we have 2 derby games to go. So let's get into the game against Crystal Palace. Hopefully it'll be an interesting one. So let's show you that team selection. Right, so this is the team that I'm going to be using against Crystal Palace. In goal, we're going with our best goalkeeper, David Ford. We need our best goalkeeper in goal to stand a chance in this game. The left back is Mitch Hancock. The centre backs are Nelson and the captain, Mark Beavers. The right back is the strong and solid Ethan Ebanks-Landell. The right midfielder is Gorgon. The centre midfielders are Powell and Askins. The left midfielder is Lee Martin, and the 2 strikers are Gregory and Fred. Yes, I've gone with something different. And as you can tell, there's not a lot of fitness in this team. That's why there's been a lot of changes from the last one. It's kind of upsetting because I didn't realise I was playing Palace. If I had known, I wouldn't have played so many important players in the last match. So, let's get in the game against Palace. Hopefully, we can get a decent result. Obviously, this is the most important game of our season. So, let's go play Palace. Nelson, he needs to win the header. But unfortunately, for some reason, Connor Wickham does. What a challenge, but it's only as far as Wilfred Zaha. Zaha, and he beats absolutely everyone. What a poor bit of defending there. There was no way Zaha should have been allowed that much space to get through, but for some reason he just kept running and running and running, and that's so pathetic by Ford. He should have saved that. There's no way he should be beaten at his near post, but for some reason he was, and Palace have the lead in a game that means so much to us. I'm so frustrated with this team. We've got to do better than that, especially after the last episode. Gorgon. It's Ethan Ebanks-Landell. He's going to put the cross in. Can we win the header? We can't, as it's punched away, but it's only as far as Carlos Askins. We're still going with the ball nicely. Carlos Askins. He's going to have the shot. What a save. He's dropped to Gorgon and he puts it into the back of the net. We're back in this game. There we go. We needed that. We didn't want to be losing for too long. And it was a great bit of play here by Carlos Askins. It was a great save by Hesney, and unfortunately left too much of his goal wide open for Gorgon to turn it into the back of the net. It is now 1-1. It's been a very, very entertaining couple of minutes. Goodbye with the free kick, and that's a great save. Can we get this ball away? We can. What a fantastic moment to keep us in the game there, Ford. Right, we're going to be making 3 substitutions here. Tony Craig, Paris Carno and Nane O'Brien are coming on for Alexander Gorgon, Mitch Hancock and Jack Powell. I'm bringing on Tony Craig because I need a defensive substitution and to add pace to the back. Obviously, someone all-out attack. I need to go for this goal. I need to defend the back, and Craig can be the player to do that. Who has actually still got the ball. What can Lee Martin do with the ball? He's still going with it. Lee Martin. He's still going. What can Lee Martin do? He's still going. Lee Martin, he has the shot and Hesney makes the save. Heroics at the end of this game for Palace. Well, what a game in the end. I mean, we drew 1-1. I'm not happy with that, to be honest. But at the end of the day, we drew against the team at the top. So we didn't do too bad. But again, we're struggling to get the wins when we need to get them. And, well, it's going to really, really hurt us because we're going to have to pay the price eventually. And we will eventually fall out the top 2. If we don't start winning games. So we've got to pick ourselves up. We are playing the team right at the bottom in the next game, so we've just got to pick our heads up and hopefully get a decent result in that match. Right, after the draw with Crystal Palace, I have to play a pretty decent side, so I'm actually going with one of my full strength squads that I can play. Carlos Askins is away on international duty for Peru, so it means that he can't play in the team, but Jed Wallace is just as good to fill in that centre midfield spot, so I'm quite happy with this team. Obviously, we didn't get the result I quite would have wanted against Crystal Palace, but we could still make amends for that and beat Southend. If we don't beat Southend, I will be very, very frustrated. They're 24th in the league table, so you don't understand how bad that will be if we do miss up in this game. So, let's go play Southend. With a bit of luck, it should be a walk in the park and we should get the right result. Hancock's is going to cross it in. No one's towards the header, but it is as far as Gary Gardner, who lets fly from here, and that's a great save by the Southend keeper there. That was a terrible pass by Nelson. It was definitely not where I was directing it. Leonard, he has the shot. That's a great save by David Ford there. Jed Wallace to Gregory. Gregory, he should have the shot here. Oh, and it hits the crossbar. How unlucky can you get? Gregory deserved to score there. Now Southend can move away with the ball. Look, he's won it back here, Jed Wallace. Oh, and that should be a penalty. We've got the chance to score from the spot. A terrible, terrible bit of play by Southend there to actually give away that penalty. I don't really know what he was doing, but I'm not going to complain about it. Jed Wallace won the penalty. We have the chance to score here. Now the kicker will be if we don't score. I'm a little bit tense. I think Gregory take this. Can he score though? Yes, he can. We have the lead against Southend. We just need Leeds to help us out now. We get closer to Crystal Palace. Obviously, he's missed a few penalties, but he's actually converted this one. It means a lot because we have been dominating Southend. We've just been frustrated time after time after time, not being able to score our chances. But this at least means that we've scored, and maybe the game will open up a bit more for us and get a few more goals. Who knows? Prino, can we get this ball back? We can. It's now with Ethan Ebans-Lander, who plays a terrible pass. It's now with Southend's attacking play. Could that be a penalty? It is. Oh no, that was kind of frustrating there. I kind of knew it was a penalty as soon as that happened. Completely took it away, but he did get the ball. Never mind, we're going to have to just try and save this. It's David Mooney versus David Ford, the Irishman. Who's going to come out on top? Oh, and it just went in. Ford got part of his body to it, but Mooney did convert there. So frustrating. We've conceded to the worst team in the league. We can't keep a clean sheet for love nor money, and I don't think we ever deserve to be honest. He was so unlucky. If we just got a bit more solid connection to that, it may have bounced away, but it bounced off of him and into the back of the net ultimately in the end. They cross it in. Can we header this away? We can. We now need to get it away further. They might have a great shot here, and that just goes wide. Very, very unlucky by Lopez there. What can Aidan O'Brien do with the ball? He's still going with it. They'll lay it off to Nelson. Sid Nelson, he's still going. Nelson with a shot. Oh, it hits the crossbar. How unlucky can you get there? We really should have scored again. Lopez, he crosses it in. Oh, that's a great chance. Ford makes a great save. Going all out attack sometimes has its weaknesses. The Southend are exploiting that at the moment. What can Jed Wallace do with the ball? We've just got to keep running and play it to Fred. Fred. He'll try and cut inside. He's still going with the ball, Fred. He's still going. Fred with a shot and we've scored. There we go. We have the lead against Southend. We needed that goal. And it's taken such a long time to get it. I just hope that there's been an equaliser in the Palace-Leeds game because Palace were beating Leeds 2-1, so we need Leeds to equalise. We don't really want to count on Leeds or anything, but hopefully they can get the right result here as we've just got a result that we need. We need to keep hold of this now. And that result may not have been pretty in any circumstances, but we did win the game 2-1, and that's all that counts in the end. We just need to hope that the team that we needed to count on to get the right result has. But we've won this game. We now need to turn our attention to Derby. We didn't play fantastic, but we are improving. Obviously, a win is better than drawing, which we have been doing quite a lot recently. So, let's get into the game against Derby. Right, and this is the final game of the episode. Obviously, I did get that win against Southend. Unfortunately, Leeds lost 3-2 to Crystal Palace in the end, so that kind of upset my mood there. Did really want to win and have Leeds at least get a point in that match to close in on Palace. We missed our chance obviously after we drew against them, but this is the team that we're going to play against Derby. So in goal we're going with Christian Walton, the left back is Joe Martin, the centre backs are Craig and the captain Mark Beavers, the right back is Cummings, the right midfielder is Gorgon, the centre midfielders are Powell and Thompson, the left midfielder is Aidan O'Brien, and then the two strikers are Marquis and Pavey. So a very, very poor midfield, but the defence is as good as it really can be at the moment with the fitness issues. So let's get into the game against Derby. It is the final game. We've got to try and get a win in this match to at least stand a chance of catching Crystal Palace in this crazy title race. Gorgon, he's going to cross it in. Can we get our head to it here with Marquis? We knock it down. And we do actually score a header here. Who was it that scored? It was Joe Martin. I'm not going to lie. I'm very, very happy about that. We headed it. It was headed down by Marquis and headed straight into the back of the net. Sometimes that's the best routine to score in headers. And it worked a very good charm there. We have a goal against Derby. We just have to hope that Wigan can do their best against Crystal Palace now. Alfie Pavey's got in behind the defence here. Alfie Pavey still going. Pavey, will he get the shot off? He will, but there's going to be a fantastic save by the Derby County keeper there. Hudson. Can we win the header to get it away? No, we can't. And Bent with a great shot. And Walton almost spilled it, but we cleared it away. Gorgon is going to try and hit this free kick. Oh, and we hit the post. So unlucky there. Johnny Russell, he puts it in. That's a great chance for Bradley Johnson. Walton with a fantastic save there. That has really kept us ahead in this game. Gorgon, he kicks it up the pitch. Beavers, can he win the header? No, he can't, but it is with Alfie Pavey who has the shot. That's a phenomenal save by Carson. But it's now with Gorgon. Can we win the header this time? We can't, and we get another corner. Right, we're going to be making 3 substitutions here. Jed Wallace, Lee Gregory and Fred are coming on for Alexander Gorgon, Alfie Pavey and Ben Thompson. The younger players and the experienced ones have done pretty well in this game, but I need to add some experience to the team to hopefully get just one more just to solidify this victory, because Derby aren't a bad team. They could easily get back in this game. We've won it back here. It's now Jack Powell who knocks it on for Lee Gregory, who's literally just come on off the bench. Gregory, still doing it. Gregory, could that be a penalty? Yes, it can. We might have the chance to add another goal to our tally in this game. Really, really bad challenge. I don't understand how defenders can make these sort of calamities. I mean, he completely sweeped him off his feet there by pushing him. So Gregory is going to have to take this penalty and hopefully he can score. As I said, Gregory is going to take it. He scored a penalty earlier on in this episode. Can he score another one? No, he can't. Carson makes the save. Jack Powell, he's going to cross it in again this time. Can we win this header? We can. Oh, and it's gone in. I don't know who actually scored it there because that was really, really bad goalkeeping. It may be Mark Beavers or it might be an own goal, but let's have a look at this again. I mean, it was really, really poor whatever happened here. So it was crossed in. It was headed there. And I think it's clipped off the defender. Let's have another double check at this. No, it doesn't. It just clips off of Beavers' head. Just without him even noticing. It just does enough just to get over Carson's head, and that's 2-0 now. That should be Beavers' goal. So in the end, set pieces really were where we had our goals. I'm not going to complain. I've done really, really well in this match. We definitely took our chances. We could have had a few more shots really, but at the end of the day we won the game, and I'm a bit more happy now that we started to win more games. And in the end, that can hopefully only just help us battle against Palace for that title. I think at the end of the day, we are second. Even if we finish second, that's still a pretty good achievement. So anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this Millwall Career Mode episode. We didn't lose in this match, and we did play Crystal Palace. I really, really wanted to beat them, and unfortunately I didn't. So, like, comment, subscribe, and of course I'll see you guys in the next Millwall Career Mode episode. Goodbye.